Yes. Talk to us about the demand that you're anticipating. What kind of demand are you looking at here in Asia?
Yes, so Southeast Asia and also China is a huge potential. And I'm looking at next 10 years, approximately 700 or 800 units will be sold in these territories.
But there's tough competition. You're competing with the likes of Cessna,
yes.
with Embraer.
Yes.
How do you expect to compete with them? What is the strategy going forward?
Yes, so our objective is to bring new technology and new market. So we want to cultivate new customer base. So we are not specifically defined who is the competitors, but we try to produce best product and selling best service and create new market for HondaJet.
So how are you leveraging technology? Mm-hmm. What do you bring to the table that current manufacturers are not bringing?
Yes, Honda developed new technologies such as over-the-wing engine mount or composite fuselage, and actually HondaJet fly fastest and fly highest and most fuel efficient. So from product competitiveness standpoint, HondaJet is the best in its class.
Give us a sense of when you expect the first deliveries to take place.
Actually, first airplane is delivered in Southeast Asia in last December, and we are anticipating we have more order from these territories.
What challenges do you anticipate given, we've seen the market selling off just the last 2 days.
Yes.
Can investor sentiment be sustained despite what we're seeing?
Yes. So currently, large business jet like a 60 million or 70 million large jet are mainly sold in Southeast Asia. But if many people realize how business jet can be used and how efficient jet produce business productivity or efficiencies, people may realize the value to use business jets. So I want to educate and have them understand that light jets such as HondaJet really boost their business productivity.
You seem to emphasize a lot on Southeast Asia. How about the rest of Asia? China is a huge market.
Yes. Yeah, China, as you know, China's ultra high net worth individual is almost same as United States. But the number of business jet compared to United States is still very small. So I see big potential in China. And
what kind of potential are you looking at? Can you quantify that?
Yes.
Because now it's a good time given that the clampdown seems to have seen the worst.
Right. So, for example, compared to Western countries like the United States, approximately 18% people of high net worth individual using or owning business jet. But in China, only 2.5% now. So that percentage gap should be decreased in the future.
Do you see the profile of your customers changing? Are they now younger? Because in my conversation with Bombardier and Embraer, they were saying that the consumers are now younger.
Yes. Yeah. So current conventional customers tend to seek for luxury, large, but like a young businessman who start their business, like entrepreneurship, their focus is more productivity or efficiency. So they start to be aware that like an efficient small jet really is not like a luxury tool, but more like a productivity tool to boost their business. So I think light jet has a huge potential for young people, young business person as well.
What do you view as the biggest challenges for HondaJet?
So we are new manufacturers.
Yes.
So
but new kid on the block.
Yes. Yeah. So, but fortunately, in the United States or in Europe, HondaJet now is very popular and considered as a best and also most technically advanced aircraft. So last year, HondaJet became best-selling light jet in this category. So,
but what challenges do you foresee? I mean, for example, if you take a look at where oil prices are right now, they're pretty comfortable. But if you speak to industry players, they said that if prices were to rise 10%, it will impact business.
Yes, yeah. But again, we are selling the more productivity or performance or practical tool. And we try to distinguish HondaJet with other competitor by performance efficiency, not just the selling price. So I think HondaJet value will be eventually understood by Southeast Asian market as well.
What is your longer term plan? What kind of market share are you looking at?
Actually, in its class, we already took 40% share. So our target is to get more share, but my first priority is to produce best product and offer best service to the customers. So share is not my main target.